Good morning, beautiful people. On this fine Tuesday morning, headed to the gym this morning. Uh, kind of switching it up a little bit. Kind of a little been plateauing with the workout stuff from just kind of like doing body measurements and everything like that. So we'll kind of switch it up a little bit and kind of just do a little bit of intuitive working out, so to speak, because I feel like the plan that I've been doing, I mean, obviously it would work. It's just a matter of, with everything that's going on, I got to figure out exactly what works best for me. And I think some of the workout choices that I did is not necessarily what I'm needing for my physique, so to speak. So over the weekend, me and the wife kind of worked out together, and I realized that my core is just so freaking weak, and I haven't been doing ab training because a lot of workouts, you do bracing and this, that, and the other. And I started looking back at whenever I was like before I got married and everything, the workouts that I was doing, and I realized, holy crap, I was doing a lot more of like athletic movements, um, and I was training abs like pretty much every day, or at least the lower portion of my abs, almost every day, and I was doing a lot more of compound exercises rather than these machine and specific movements. So I think the plan is to get back to that, because it seemed to work better for me. And also, I was doing a lot of calisthenics. I was doing a lot of compound and calisthenics. So, and I'm not saying just like the big three, like bench, deadlift, squats. I've never been a big squatter, so to speak. I've always, like squats, I've always just, my low back gets real tight and tired and everything. And like way before my legs would get a good burn when I would do squats, like whether it was heavy or light, it just always seemed to feel like my back was getting worked out more than my legs. And then, before the form police come in and say, oh, that's because you weren't doing proper form, yada, yada, yada. It happens to people that have the best form in the world. But I found that when I would do walking lunges, stuff like that, it didn't happen as much. And then I kind of cut out the deadlifts because for this workout, just because going with what the literature says and stuff like that, and listening to people like Dr. Mike and stuff like that. They're not like anti deadlift, but they talk about how you have systemic fatigue and stuff of that nature, which is real. I'm not going to say it's not real, but I feel like for me, like I don't know, it felt like it was kind of needed in a way, like some of those dynamic movements and stuff like that. So for the next week or two, I'm pretty much going to kind of go back into that and just kind of, instead of being so regiment and rigid with my workouts, just kind of be a little bit more lax and have some fun with it. I haven't been kind of having fun with my workouts here lately, and because I'm so focused on like, okay, I got to do this, I got to do 2 sets here, I got to do 3 sets of this, I got to do 3 sets of this, I got 4 sets of this. Like, I kind of know what to do, anyways. I was just trying to do the RP hypertrophy gap, just stick to what it said and keep it moving, so to speak. And I feel like by doing that, I have put myself kind of in this position where I'm not enjoying the gym as much because it's so, like, regimented. So it makes me not even, there's been days where I just don't really have a good workout because I'm like, ugh, I got to do XYZ thing again. And I think I like the variety of the gym, like coming in and just doing chest. And let's say I come in and I feel like doing a crap ton of incline bench. Well, hell, let me do some incline bench. Or if I come in and I'm like, you know what, I'm not feeling the incline bench, my shoulder's a little today, I'll do some cables and stuff like that. And when you're doing a legit regiment, you don't have that flexibility as much, in my opinion. I mean, you do, but you can always alternate stuff on the app. But I haven't really been doing that. So, and I feel like I need to get back to just doing some stuff outdoors more instead of so focused on the gym and stuff too. And going for the walk. Like when I was in really good shape, I was doing swimming for laps sometimes. I would do play some basketball. I was, just going for a jog, going for a walk, hiking more. And then I was spending, less. I was spending probably a little bit less time in the gym, honestly. But when I would go to the gym, it was like I would hit great workouts. It'd be like an upper and then a lower and then a deadlift day, pretty much. And then on the deadlift days, I would kind of throw in some axillary work with it. So I was working like 3 days a week, but then I'd have like a pure cardio day which I say cardio, but it was like I would just do something for like an hour, whether it be play basketball, go swimming, go hiking, whatever the heck I wanted to do. And then I'd have another day where it was just a filler day. Like if I wanted to go hiking again, if I wanted to get a little workout in for my arms, whatever, I can do it. And then I'd have like 2 days off. And by doing that, I never really tracked much. But by doing that, I felt like I was in I was in better shape, honestly, probably because of all the cardio I was doing. I was outside getting some vitamin D and everything too. I was socially interacting more. So, social interactions, I mean, that helps your emotional psyche and everything like that. So I feel like that just seemed to be doing me better than what I've currently been doing, which is more of like a isolation thing almost. So I'm gonna switch it up. Just kind of get back to that. Also, whenever I was doing all that, I was the only thing I was really tracking was my calories for the most part, making sure that I was hitting either my maintenance or a little bit below. Like I never tried to bulk. I was always just trying to maintain and just shred out a little bit. So I think that's going to be the move because I'm not I don't think I'm going to try to get bigger than what I am. It's crazy for most people to hear, like, oh, I'm not trying to get bigger, but it's a reality for me. Like right now I'm like 208 pounds because I keep losing and bulking. So now I'm like, and then I've kind of just hit this plateau of in between 200 and 215 where I'm just bouncing in that area, and I'm like, okay, this is not the area that I'm wanting to bounce around in, so I need to get under 200. Like, I'm wanting to bounce around in that like 185 to 200 range, like where 190 is like the good spot, so to speak. So I think that's where I want to be. But when you really look at it, when I was 185, if you looked at pictures of me, I looked jacked. Like, I looked great because of the muscular development, uh, the fat loss and everything. Like, I looked bigger then, even though I technically was like 20 pounds lighter. So I think, and honestly, I felt healthier. So I think that's where I'm going to try to go. Is I'm going to try to get down to about 185, 190, and just kind of sit in that range, and just be active, be healthy, especially with my kids and everything. To me, it's more of a going to the gym has turned more into a health thing, which has always been more of a health thing for me, um, slash hobby, slash, uh, mental, getting out there and getting it done, so to speak, because I got to be doing something or I kind of go insane myself. But yeah, so um, pretty much I'm going to start just trying to have days where I'm like, okay, I'm doing this today. Like, I'm doing lower body today, I'm doing upper body today. You know what? I feel like my back's not been getting hit good. Let's hit back a little bit better today, and we can slow down on the chest. Or, oh, you know what? Let's build up the chest. Let's build up the arms for the next 2-3 weeks. And almost like doing mini splits. And then I'm not going to keep track of like everything that I'm doing. I might still keep track of certain key lifts. So, like, let's say I'm like my key lift for chest would probably be incline bench or incline dumbbell press, because I like dumbbell press more than I like bench press. So I'm like, all right, let me keep track of that. That's probably going to be the only thing I keep track of weight wise. Everything else, I'm just going to be like, when I do my dips, I do my cable stuff, I'm just going to be like, okay, just do this, get a nice pump, and go back to the stimulate, don't annihilate principle that dang, what's his name? Well, Jay Cutler was famous for saying he didn't really go to failure either, but that's not who I was trying to quote. I was trying to quote the oh man, 8-time Mr. Olympia, right before Dorian Yates. Holy crap, I cannot think of his name to save my life, and I'm going to think of it later. Because Ronnie Coleman is the only man at the time. And I'm looking at his face in my head right now, and I cannot think of it. But yeah, he was famous for saying, stimulate, don't annihilate, don't tear down the muscle, don't go to failure. And then he was a family man also, and he was also doing things with his kids and wife and everything. And to me, it's like he had a good balance of it, and I feel like that's what I need again. Is I need to get a good balance of my workouts and stuff. Like, I haven't really been balancing it out. So that's what I want to start working on. Seth Feroce, one of my favorite people to watch. He's real big on that stuff too, where he does like the driveway workouts at home, sometimes with his kids and wife and stuff like that. And sometimes he'll just take time off from the gym to do things with the wife and kids. So, but then when it's gym time, he's there to, F stuff up. I'll try to be PG here. But, yeah, so that's the plan moving forward, and we're going to start it today. But y'all people have a wonderful day.